friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing my empties with you. These are all from about the last month, maybe a little less than a month, but this month is definitely a little bit fuller than the last one. Part of that's because there are a couple products in here or items in here that are a little bit bigger, so obviously they're taking up a little bit more space. But grab something to drink, you guys. I'm drinking pumpkin spice. This is that International Delights, the pumpkin spice iced coffee. So yeah, grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's hang out for a little bit and talk about all the things that I used up. So first thing, let's get this out of the way. My blow dryer died. And this was, what does it say? Remington Blowout. I have had this blow dryer, no joke, for probably like 8 to 10 years. And I got it at Walmart, and I want to say it cost me like $13 to $15, you know. Prices were less 10 years ago, 8 years ago. But I mean, you can see like it's starting to rust on here and everything. And honestly, it was still working really, really well, but I was blow drying my hair the other day and I kept smelling this like weird burning electrical smell, and I'm like, what is going on? And so I shut this off, and I actually kind of grabbed the cord like up here, not intentionally, but I kind of grabbed like, you know, down like this, like somewhat below here. And the cord itself was burning hot. And I'm like, okay, that's not right. So I started kind of investigating, and as you can see, it has completely, like, it was almost broken, like the cord all the way through. Like there are, see, you're probably not gonna be able to see it, but there are like exposed wires here. So needless to say, I did not finish blow drying my hair that day. Luckily, it was not a day that I had to work, because then at that point I just air dried it, and then I was able to flat iron it after I air dried it. But yeah, I was walking around my house looking like a wild woman because my hair was like frizzying out here since I wasn't able to finish blow drying it. And what I ended up doing is I ordered, now I can't remember, is it another Remington? It might be. I can't remember. I'll have to look. I ordered the cheapest one that they had on Amazon. It was like $19.99, because I do not pay a whole lot for blow dryers, you guys. That's just not something that I care. I used to get the professional ones and stuff like that all the time when I did hair. But for just at home, for me, like, I'm good with like the cheapest one. And it was, I want to say it was like it started with an R. Was it a Remington? Something like that. And it is one, it's supposed to be better for your hair. Like it doesn't get as hot. And I actually really, really like it. So, and it's working just fine. So all of that to say, I used up a blow dryer. But honestly, you guys, like I said, I've had that for like 8 to 10 years, and I paid less than $15 for it. So I definitely got my money's worth. You figure, because I mean, I usually wash my hair like 4 times a week. So you figure I was using it 3 to 4 times a week for that long. And like the motor and everything was still really good. It was just the cord busted. So, okay. Moving on to some other things. Actually, this is another hair item. This is the Herbal Essences Hello Hydration Conditioner. I actually used up the shampoo quite some time ago, but I still had a little bit of the conditioner. I love this set, like the shampoo and the conditioner. Number one, it smells amazing. It's a very, I mean, it's Hello Hydration, and it is a coconut all over the packaging. So obviously it smells like coconut. But it's more than that. It's like this, it smells like a coconut tropical vacation. It's so, so good. And it says it's hydrating, which I do believe it's hydrating, but it's very smoothing, and it also adds shine, at least to my hair. So I actually do really, really like this. In fact, there have been times where I used this and I didn't even put like a leave-in conditioner or like anything like that, you know, in before blow drying, and it blow dried and my hair was still nice and smooth and shiny without having to add anything. So it's really, really good. And it does not weigh my hair down, which is also super important. And this is actually, This is actually not completely gone, but I'm actually in the process of using it, but I had to get a different bottle. This is the His Daughter Cider Lane Body and Room Spray. So I started spraying this, and I don't know if you guys can see it. The little mister thing that like goes right here, like sprayed out. And I actually did find it. It's like this tiny little piece. I did find it and I popped it back in and tried again and it shot out again. So for some reason, this is a defective like sprayer. So I ended up putting it into another spray bottle and I'm using it right now in my bathroom. Holy moly, you guys. I've only ever used one other of the body and room sprays from them, and honestly that one I wasn't super impressed with because it wasn't very strong. It was like, I think it was called Island Margarita was the other one that I used. It wasn't super strong, not very long lasting. This, oh my gosh, like I can spray like 2 or 3 sprays in the bathroom, go out of the house, like leave for an hour or 2, come back in, and when I walk into my house, I can still smell this. It smells so good. And like, it's Cider Lane. Does it have a description? No, it doesn't really say, but it's like apple, cinnamon, and like some cloves or something. It's, oh, it smells so good. So love, love, love that. And like I said, it's not completely gone yet. I'm in the process of using it. I've been using it for probably like 2 weeks. So it's probably getting close to being gone, but the bottle is done. Now this is actually a declutter, and I have used quite a bit of this, but I just can't do it anymore. It's the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation, and it's medium buildable coverage, and it says it's long lasting, and it's 1% hydrating hibiscus complex. So I, again, like just like with the blow dryers, I don't spend a ton of money on my foundations. So believe it or not, the 2 that I was kind of going back and forth between were this and a Wet n Wild one. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Finish or Photo Focus or something like that, the hydrating formula. Anyway, I love the Wet n Wild one. This one though, every single time I've worn it, it makes me look too like cakey, and I'm applying it with like a beauty sponge, but that's what I'm doing with the Wet n Wild one also. This one just, I don't know, it goes on, like, even if I go super light with it, it just looks cakey, and I feel like it settles into like my fine lines and just accentuates them, whereas the Wet n Wild one does not do that. So I have tried and tried. I've tried like doing like super moisture, like, moisturizers, or I've even tried doing sheet masks and stuff like that before using this, and then using this to see if I could get like a better performance, and it just never looks good for me. So this is just getting decluttered because I'm tired of fighting with it. This was actually in my project to use it up, so if you guys saw that video, I think that was at the beginning of this week, then you would know this. It's the Bath & Body Works Twilight Woods Fragrance Mist. I do really like this. I feel like the Twilight Woods is like a clean girl smell. You know what I mean? It almost has like a, like it almost reminds me of like an Avon bubble bath or something. It has that kind of a fragrance. So I do really like it. But I had mentioned in that video that I feel like this bottle maybe was starting to go like a little bad or something because it just smelled a little bit off. So happy to be done with this bottle, but I think I would probably repurchase Twilight Woods again in the future. Or Body, who is it? Not Bodycology. What is the name of the? Body Fantasies, that's it. They have one, and it's called like, it's not Twilight Woods. It's something similar though, and it smells just like it. So I might actually pick that up because it's cheaper. Finished up this was just a sample of body lotion from His Daughter, and they don't have the name of this lotion written on the thing, so I don't really know what this is. But holy moly, it has like, it's like gotta be like maple pumpkin or something, because there's like a strong maple scent to this. It was really, really nice. Really, really liked that. Also finished up this whipped soap sample from His Daughter, and this was in the scent, it was called Grace, which is kind of like a dupe for Amazing Grace. but it was the whipped soap. So that was nice. The Amazing Grace is kind of like a very clean, classy, feminine scent. So that was really nice. I use, if you're new here, the whipped soap I use for shaving. That's like my favorite way to shave. And honestly, those whipped soaps, those have kind of taken over for me for shaving. I used to use like the gels that turned into a foam, and that was kind of my go-to. And like the whipped soap have just completely knocked those out. Like it just works so, so well. So love the whipped soap for shaving. This is the Dove aluminum-free deodorant. This is the coconut and pink jasmine. I love the Dove deodorants. I have played around with a lot of different deodorants from different brands, and I always go aluminum free. So that is like one of the things that I always look for in a deodorant. I do not do antiperspirant, but Dove is one of the only brands that does not make my underarms like discolored, if that makes sense. Like all the other ones, they don't irritate my skin. Like it's not like I get itchy or anything like that, but they turn my underarms like pink. Like it looks like a pinkish or like just discolored. I don't know why. So it has to be some irritation or something, because that's what it looks like. It looks like my underarm is irritated, even though it doesn't feel irritated. But the Dove does not do that. So, and I think it's because the Dove is so moisturizing. So Dove is actually probably my favorite deodorant at this point. So I will definitely continue to purchase those. And that fragrance was really nice. This is the Trader Joe's Pineapple Bergamot Body Butter. So this, the formula itself is really nice. It was very, very thick and moisturizing. I'm showing you like you can see it. But the scent on this, like it was almost non-existent. So honestly, this I used kind of just like as an unscented, and I would pair it with whatever fragrance I wanted. So definitely kind of bummed about the fragrance, but the formula is really good. This is the Dr. Teal's Moisturizing Bath and Body Oil. This is in the Sleep Blend Melatonin. This, I have mixed feelings on this. It doesn't really smell strongly of lavender, like a true lavender. It's definitely like a blend, which is nice, but a lot of times I want like a true lavender scent. So I don't know if I would get this again or not. I mean, I probably would at some point, but it's not the most amazing thing, if that makes sense. If I get it again, it's because I'm just deciding to settle, not because it's like my favorite thing in the world. It is definitely moisturizing. I have found with this particular blend of oils, because I think that the first ingredient, let's see, yeah, it's soybean oil, which is like a thicker oil. My best way of doing this so that I don't feel super greasy is to actually, as soon as I get out of the shower or bath, when my skin is still wet, like before I have even started to dry off, is to put this on while I'm wet and then kind of pat dry, and then it's not as super greasy. So I do like that. All right, next up is a candle. This is the Yankee Candle, the Vanilla Cream Brulee. This was nice. It smelled almost like vanilla frosting. And then the craziest part about it is like when I would extinguish it, you know, it's got that like vanilla frosting, but then you would get that like, you know how that like when a candle gets put out, like that great scent, like that, I don't even know how to describe it. It's almost like a bonfire smell, like that, just that fire smoky smell. It made it smell like a toasted marshmallow. So I actually like really liked that too. But yeah, this was nice. It burned down nice. You can see towards the end, obviously there was definitely some soot. But it burned down like pretty low. And like I literally burned it all the way down to like the metal part of the wick. So definitely enjoyed that. This was another sample from his daughter. It was their sugar scrub. Now their sugar scrub is very oil heavy, so I don't use it in the tub or the shower just because it makes it entirely too slippery. So what I like to use their sugar scrubs for are like a hand scrub. So I will use it like at night before bed, and then I will like slather my hands with lotion so that they're super, super soft. So that's how I like to use the sugar scrubs. And again, this one doesn't have a name on it, but it smells very similar to Victoria's Secret Love Spell. So I'm thinking this was probably supposed to be like a dupe of that. It smells really good. I love the Victoria's Secret Love Spell. So definitely enjoyed that. This was another one. This was a full size from his daughter of the sugar scrub. This was their honey champagne. This was another really good scent. Oh my gosh. I don't know, like honey champagne. This to me there's almost like a pear scent or something to it. It smells really good. So definitely enjoyed that. Finished up this Aveeno Skin Relief Moisture Repair Cream Intense Moisture. This is my holy grail moisturizer for my skin, my face, and it's getting harder and harder to find. I used to be able to get it at Walmart, and now I can't get it at my Walmart. And it's funny because a lot of people will like message me and say like, oh, they have it at my Walmart, and they will like show me a picture. But it's not the same exact one. It's this one that says Intense Moisture. That's the one. And it used to say, well, it says helps relieve and restore extra dry skin with long-lasting moisture. It actually, at one point, said something about redness reducing on the tub too, and they took that away. And then it just said the Intense Moisture, and now I'm not able to find even the ones that say Intense Moisture. There is one that I'm using right now from Walmart. It's an Aveeno one. It's not the Intense Moisture, and it's decent, but it's not as good as this one. So I don't know why they do that. It drives me crazy. But it was just so good. Like if my skin was at all inflamed, like if I had like my cheeks or whatever were like red or irritated, I could put this on and I am not even kidding you. Within like 10 minutes, the redness would be gone. It felt so good. It was so soothing. Loved this. Loved this. So I'm kind of bummed about that. Finally finished up this Pure Silk Shave Cream in the coconut and oat flower. I hate this stuff. I've talked about it before. So I finished this one. I do have one more to get through that's like not even open. Oh, something's leaking. Okay, another candle. This is a throwback from the Dollar Tree when the Dollar Tree was still $1. And it is the Sweet Berry Champagne candle from Old Williamsburg Candle Company. I loved when they did this line, and this smells so good. It's like very, very grapey, which I love, and it's got the cool like cork lid. Like they used to have such great candles, and now it's like, at least my Dollar Tree, it's like a joke. This was the beloved Mango and Lime Bath Bomb. So this was nice. I enjoyed it, but it was also surprising to me. It was like a yellow color. When I put this in the tub, like my water looked like, it was like yellow, like school bus yellow, like the entire tub. And I will say too though, because like I just mentioned with like the sugar scrub and how it has like an oil base, most bath bombs don't have oils or anything in them. Like obviously the bath melts do, but bath bombs normally don't. This one did have oil in it because I ended up having to completely scour my tub afterwards because there was like a thin, like, I don't know, skimming of oil all over the tub. And I was like, ooh, somebody's going to die if they step in here. They're going to slip and just like wipe out. I don't know. That's like a fear of mine, is like if my husband or my son stepped into the shower and it was slippery, and I just think of like skulls cracking on the side of the tub and like, poof, we don't want to go there. So that's why I do not use oils in my tub unless, like I said, I scour the whole thing afterwards and make sure it is like spotless. This is the Trader Joe's Hydrating Rice Facial Essence. It was just a little sample size. You guys, this is the first Trader Joe's product I think I've ever used that I didn't care for. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, I don't, it says it's hydrating, but it almost smells like it's got alcohol in it. And I'm not talking like rubbing alcohol, like I'm talking like drinking alcohol. You know what I mean? Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like a bourbon-y. Like it has that like alcohol smell. Do you know what I mean? And it says it's hydrating, but I would put this on my skin and it kind of burned. So I'm like, how is this hydrating if it smells like alcohol and it's burning my skin? I don't know. So was not a fan of that, but I think that's the first Trader Joe's product I've ever used that I didn't care for. That's pretty crazy. This is from Fortune Cookie Soaps Company, and it's called What Ruckus, and it's Aloe Me Whipped Cream. This was awesome. Now, this is not technically like mine. Well, I mean, it's mine, but like I didn't buy this. My best friend actually sent this to me. And oh my gosh, the smell on this, it smells like bay rum. I don't know if you're familiar with bay rum, but bay rum is a very sensual smell, if maybe that's the word. Anyway, it turns heads, let me tell you. So not only did I really like this, but I wore this like 2 or 3 nights in a row, and my husband loved this on me. So not really sure what line this was from, because it says What Ruckus. So if you're not familiar, Fortune Cookie Soaps, they always do like product lines based off of like movies and TV shows and things like that. So I'm not 100% sure what, line this was from, but it was really good smelling, and it says it's the Aloe Me whipped cream. So half the jar was like a body cream and half the jar was like an aloe gel. It was awesome. I really, really liked that. This is the Freeman Sleepy Time Whipped Mask for restless skin and mind. So this is my second tube of this. The first one I actually just used as like a moisturizer. This one I actually used as intended. I used it as a sleeping mask. So what that meant was I did my normal skincare, whole thing, at night. And then right before bed, like literally right before bed, before I was laying down, I would put a thin layer like in the areas of my face that tend to get dry. So like on my cheeks, my forehead, and, it was kind of annoying when I first would put it on because it was very sticky, and like I couldn't lay on like the side of my face because I didn't want to smash this into my pillowcase or anything. But it only took maybe 10-15 minutes for it to kind of get sucked in, and then I was able to sleep normally. And when I would wake up in the morning, my skin, it just loved this. Like that extra boost of moisture, my skin, it just looked better. It just looked super hydrated. It felt good. So I think sleeping masks are something that I may start to kind of play with a little bit and maybe try out some other ones, because I really, really liked it. And that was the first time I've ever actually used a sleeping mask as a sleeping mask and not just as a moisturizer. So definitely did enjoy that. This is the Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas Lavender Mint Bath Bomb. So there really wasn't much of a fragrance to this. But the thing that was fun about this is this bath bomb turned the water like a teal color, like electric teal. It was really cool. Honestly, it was like very much like that color. So I did actually really enjoy that. That was just, fun for like the kid inside. Then I used up this Sumax Peppermint Foot Cream. This was just a little tiny thing that I had gotten from Temu like over a year ago, and honestly, it doesn't smell like peppermint. It doesn't have a cooling sensation like peppermint. There was really nothing about it that would make you think it's peppermint, and it was just very basic. It wasn't hydrating. It was just a basic like lotion. Nothing I would get again. So glad that's out of my stash. This is the Crest Complete Whitening with Scope toothpaste. It is done. I like the ones that have the scope in them. I do feel like they are definitely like very refreshing, and they just make your mouth feel good, and it does smell really nice. Finished this Caress Daily Silk lotion bar soap. That's actually what I'm currently using. I'm about halfway through the bar, but love this. I mentioned once before, though, that I do feel like they changed the formula on this within the last year or two, and it does not smell the same as like what it used to. Now it smells more like a dryer sheet, like type of a clean, whereas before it was like a heavy powdery floral, and I definitely much preferred the old fragrance over, I think part of it was just the nostalgia, but it just was such like a feminine, girly, pretty scent. Whereas now I feel like it's very basic, and I feel like everybody has that like dryer sheet scent, and I don't know. I think they should bring back the old scent. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Effect mascara. My eyes are getting really bad. I'm like, whoa. And this is in like Blackest Black. I can't read that, but I'm telling you that's what it is. That's what I've been using this for years. I've tried other mascaras just to kind of branch out, and I always seem to come back to this. It's just my favorite. And it's a tubing mascara, so it kind of lengthens and like tubes out. So I don't know. I just love it. This is the St. Ives Fresh Skin Apricot Scrub. Finished that up. Honestly, I know a lot of people debate on this and like people don't like it because people always talk about like how it scratches your skin and all this stuff. I have used this since like middle school on and off, and I keep going back to it because it's just good. I mean, if you're careful with it, I don't think it's going to damage your skin. You don't want to like push on it when you're using it. You know, just go in with a very light fingertips and do circular motions and you should be good. But I just feel like it does such a good job. A lot of other ones are so weak that they don't do anything. And this, oh, you'll notice results. All right, we are getting down there, you guys. So this is from Bath & Body Works, but this is from last year. It is the Don't Stop Beliefing Orange Vanilla Swirl Hand Soap. This was nice. I mean, in all honesty, like the packaging is very fall-like, but the scent is not. I mean, it's orange vanilla, so it's not, it smells like a creamsicle, which is nice, but I don't know. To me, that's more of like a summer scent. So, I mean, I don't know if they even sell that anymore, but I probably wouldn't get it again, at least not for autumn. And then I have this Victor and Roll Flower Bomb sample. This was really, really nice. Would definitely consider getting the full size. And then I have this Juliet Has a Gun, Not a Perfume sample. Very nice. I actually just got the full size of that. In fact, when are you guys seeing this video? Yeah, it's in my basket right now. Isn't it? Yeah, it's in my Shop My Stash basket as we speak. So if you want the full review on that, make sure you watch my next Shop My Stash basket, because I'm going to get very in-depth with this one. We're going to get a little scientific with this one in my next Shop My Stash basket. So you'll hear my thoughts on it then. But I actually do have the full size of that. And then this is the Carolina Herrera Good Girl. Now this one, surprisingly, I've heard so many people rave about this. I wasn't impressed. I don't know. This is one I wouldn't get the full size. It just definitely wouldn't be worth it to me. So that was a no. Okay, you guys, that is everything. We're at almost 30 minutes. Woo! Let me know in the comments down below if you have used any of these items. And if you have, let me know what your thoughts were. Because obviously, you guys, I will tell you time and time and time again. Like, I do these videos. I give you guys my reviews. But we are all different. Our chemistry is different. Our skin is different. Our hair is different. So what I say is not necessarily true for you. What you say is not necessarily true for me, because it's gonna, you know, all these body things and perfumes and all of these things they're all going to work differently on each and every one of us, because we are so unique and individual. So don't take my word for any of these things, you know, definitely try these things out for yourself and go from there. So like I was saying, if you've tried any of these products, let me know your thoughts, because your thoughts might be complete polar opposite of mine, and that's okay. I respect that. It's not something to argue about, and I actually appreciate that. That just shows that like we're all different, and it's so fun. So anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for a little bit, and I will see you very soon.